All right, guys, welcome to Typical Chicago Fans. We are just sitting here after the Bulls lost. The Bulls season is over. Just wanted to hop on, chop it up about the pitiful uh, exhibition of a basketball game, you could call that. Zach, I don't really know I mean, there's no other way to put this game.
No, it was awful. From the start of the game, it was awful. They came out not knowing maybe that this was an elimination game. I don't know if they knew that if they lost this game, the season was over with. The only thing that's good about it is, I guess, they have a chance at getting a better draft pick. But
Yeah.
other than that, just awful to watch. Jared Reinsdorf gets a little bit more money, and the Bulls season is over.
Like you said, it was from the start. They gave up 39 points in the first quarter. They were on pace to give up 156 in a playoff game, and then turned around and gave up 32 in the second half. Like,
Well, really, truthfully, the Heat could not miss. They were playing
right,
pretty good
but they
defense
couldn't
at
miss
certain
because the
times.
Bulls can't defend anybody.
Well, yeah, I mean, Tyler Hero had a few shots though that were just crazy that went in. Um, they just didn't play like you would think a team that wanted to move on would play. They played like a team that is not good.
And they got nothing off the bench. I mean, Taylor Horton Tucker, who was playing a ton of minutes late because they needed some scoring, had 9. Everybody else on the bench had 2 points.
Just shows
Patrick
to you that the
Williams didn't
last.
score tonight. Patrick Williams didn't score.
I told you, dude. I thought Patrick
How's
Williams
that
was hurt.
possible?
I didn't even know he was playing.
He played
The
9
last few
minutes or
games.
15 minutes.
No, I'm just saying the last few games. I remember I thought he was hurt.
I hate to say this. I hope he's hurt because if you play 15 minutes and don't score and you're a
He's just
guy
bad.
who started a
He's
ton of
bad.
games, you stink. He stinks.
He stinks, and he just got a lot of money to stink, so that sucks. But
So frustrating.
other than that, the Bulls season over with. It should have ended last week instead of Wednesday. I think this play-in tournament is kind of dumb. I think that
Yeah.
they should the 9-10 seed should have no chance of getting in. They do it because like last night there was a few good games and it extends the end of the season before the playoffs start because usually the first round of the NBA playoffs usually stink. So they're just trying to get a little bit more viewership. But this team showed you that this was a team that played bad teams to end the season.
Mm-hmm.
And they are, 14 games, 15 games under 500?
And I know that, like, I'm still just beating a dead horse, like talking about Patrick Williams, but let's not even gloss over the fact that Dalen Terry, who was also a first-round draft pick, played 13 minutes and had 2 points.
It's just,
Julian Phillips, who was also another, I believe he was a first-round draft pick, 0 points, played 1 minute.
The Bulls ended the season, 39-43, not 15 games under 500. That's not horrible.
It feels like it.
But I don't think it's crazy to think that teams that are under 500 make the postseason. It's just wild.
Yeah. And like also they talked about it on the broadcast. Like Miami has blown 15 games, I believe was the number, when they're leading after the third quarter, and the Bulls scored 16 points in the fourth quarter.
Well, they
made a little run in the third quarter. They cut it to 13, and then they score 16 points in the fourth quarter. That's high school numbers, dude. What are we doing
19 points in the second quarter and 16 points in the fourth quarter at home.
There's average high school teams that score that many points in a quarter, and they play 8-minute quarters.
You gave Tyler Hero 38 points, and I mean, Josh Giddey was the only one that played decent, had 25 points. But I mean, to score under 20 points in 2 different quarters and think you're going to win is unbelievable. Give up 39 points in the first quarter, and that's how you're going to come out in a game that's at home. It's just awful.
That's the best way to put it. It's awful. They're awful. They stink at basketball. It's an awful organization, and we're just stuck here in basketball.
The Heat are 37-45. So
yeah, the Heat aren't good either.
Both of these teams have no chance if they were to make it. I know the Heat have to play the Atlanta Hawks, who, I mean, I guess Trae Young is playing, but he got thrown out of the game on Tuesday.
Yep.
this is why the play-in tournament makes no sense to me. And it also, the Bulls would have rather the season end last week. They were on a higher note last week than they are after this horrible loss at home when the season was on the line.
Yeah, and like you said, it's a home game, it's a playoff game, and there was multiple times during the broadcast where they were talking about like the crowd is stunned and it's so quiet. It's like, yeah, that's it. It should be embarrassing, and it was.
They wasted an ESPN game on this.
Exactly, it was so bad.
But at least you can kind of say that, like I've said, they get a better draft pick, maybe, and we're done with it. We don't have to worry about it now.
Yep, exactly. Now we just, I mean, obviously we're both big, basketball guys, so we're gonna watch. Like, I'm taking a break from this, from watching the other playing game that's going on right now. Like, I'll watch every single game. So just get excited for the draft lottery, I guess.
And they didn't even give you a chance to get excited about the game too. They came out and just got destroyed right off the bat.
Here we go. I've already got Tankathon pulled up. Bulls currently, as we sit, have the 13th pick. Tankathon says we're taking Colin Murray Boyles, a 6'7", 230-pound forward from South Carolina. So
but
excited about that.
With the lottery, it could get better.
It could get better. You are correct.
So, yeah.
We do a sim lottery to see if the Bulls get the number one pick.
Bulls season's over with. Jerry Reinsdorf made money. Great night for everyone, I guess.
That's all that matters to Jerry there. So, you're not going to believe this. I spun the simulator one time, and it didn't work out at all because the Bulls are still 13th. So, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't think they have much of a chance to get into the top 10, but I guess we just don't have to worry. We don't have to worry about watching another game.
Yeah, that is true. I can watch games and just enjoy basketball for the sake of basketball and not get pissed off all the time because the Bulls are awful.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is they were favorites to win this game too.
Oh yeah, they were 1.5-point favorites.
That's disgusting. I mean, they beat the Heat in Miami just like a week or so ago. And
they went 3-0 against the Heat this year.
Yeah. I mean, it just shows you that the regular season means nothing.
It doesn't matter. So I would also like to talk about your little mistake today.
Yeah, your mom texted us and said,
hang on, Zach, what's the name of this show real quick? What's the name of the show?
Typical Chicago fans, and I spelled Chicago wrong, and it might have been spelled wrong multiple times in the last few episodes. I'm pretty sure the banner for each episode has that's across the bottom. That's up the whole episode. It has been spelled wrong, and your mom was the first one to tell us. So that will be fixed. But yeah, I messed up. There is no way of going back and fixing it, which why would we anyways? That's just kind of the name of the game here. But yeah, it's CHCIAOG.
That's I mean,
that's not how you spell it. I didn't know that.
That one's tough. That's tough.
I've changed the spelling of Chicago.
We've only,
very well-known city.
We've only been doing this show for 7 years, and we've been Chicago sports fans since the day we were born.
And the sad part is I've sat here, edited it, looked at it, and I didn't see it.
Do you think it was a one of those paralysis by analysis moment, or do you think you did? Because normally you're pretty good at like checking to see if something's spelled right.
Well, yeah, because it was on the video itself, so I didn't have to when editing. I didn't have to mess with it. It was but it was up on the screen the whole time we did our podcast, the last 3 or 4. So,
hey, it happens. All right,
it'll be fixed. But yeah, if anyone else sees it, we know. We understand.
Exactly.
It's been processed.
Absolutely. So, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, if you know me, it's not surprising.
Fair enough. The problem is neither of us are great spellers. We just have to combine our two bad brains into one sometimes when we're spelling stuff.
Yeah, it's just
But hey, it's not all lost. You absolutely mopped me in golf today. So
yeah, I will take that. I played well in golf, but I'm not going to say you played horrible, but you played horrible.
too jacked to golf anymore, dude. I got to
Yeah,
stop
you
lifting
apparently
weights.
been lifting too much.
It's very boxy today.
Yeah, very far left. Let's
This
just say
new
that.
this new Michael Jordan Barons jersey I got's getting awfully snug over here
Yeah, that's why you hit the ball directly left every time.
every time.
But
Every
hey,
time.
you did something that you love to do. There's only up from
Absolutely.
here. There's only
I had
up
a
from
great
here.
day.
No,
I
I'm
had
just
a
saying
great day.
you can only go up from here. So the next
Bingo.
round, I hope can't get worse.
Yeah, it's going to be a real tough conversation I have with myself if I go out and play this bad or worse.
And the funny thing is, I always say we paid to play this game.
I did get my money's worth today.
Yeah,
I
you were all over
less
the
per
place.
swing than you did.
Yeah,
Saw
you got
more
more
of
of a
the course.
workout. I mean, you also what'd you say? You worked out and you went on a hike and then you went
Yeah.
golfing. So you were just tired.
Yeah, we're recording this. It's 10:19. There's a chance I'm asleep in 17 minutes.
And of all the days around here, the day you decided to do that, it's not even windy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna be I'm gonna sleep like a rock tonight.
But I'm just saying, at least you could have used the wind as an excuse, and it wasn't windy today.
See, and I had the chance to go golf the last 2 days when it was windy, and I didn't go play. Maybe I should have. At least I'd had something to blame it on, or maybe the wind could have straightened me out a little bit.
Yeah, maybe next time we go, I mean, it is windy. That will help you.
You're not wrong, especially if it's blowing to the right the way I
But
played
hey,
today.
a day on the golf course is always a good day.
Absolutely, will not complain about it at all.
No.
You got to admit, I'm much better than I used to be. I never got pissy or.
No,
It
but
is what it is.
You did want a nice little pat in the back there at the end of the round.
Well, not all of us can go to simulators all winter and play golf.
Even for the
5
guy
days a
who said
week.
I chipped a lot around my house. I've been
Yeah.
chipping all year.
That's not what I said.
That's
That's
exactly
not
what you said before we teed off. You said I've been chipping around the house. Roman loves when I chip around the house, so I've been chipping around the house in the yard.
Yeah, I know you only listen to half the things that come out of my mouth. I said at the end of the summer last year, I was chipping around the house, and in the fall.
You did not say at the end of the summer.
Yes,
you said you've been chipping around.
I literally
you never
have
said
not
end of
touched
summer.
my golf club since October 6th. I said it was in the fall.
That's your own fault, first of all.
That's not incorrect.
You could have gone to a simulator. No one was stopping you.
Never. Invite must have got lost in the mail.
I've never actually went without an invite, so you just don't know the right people.
I guess not.
Maybe that says more about you than anything.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, I think that's going to be it for us. Golf season's here. Basketball season's over. Hockey season's over. Unfortunately, the Cubs lost today, but they'll be back at it on Friday. So something positive to look forward to, right?
Yeah, the Cubs have a very tough schedule ahead of them, and they had it behind them. So you can't say much about that.
At least we don't have to worry about the Bulls and the Blackhawks anymore. But that's going to do it for us here. We'll be back with a full-length episode next week if we don't hop on between now and then. So make sure you check us out on all our socials. Subscribe to the podcast wherever you get podcasts. Go to YouTube. All the good stuff. You guys know where to find us. Thanks for joining us here at Typical Chicago Fans.